welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast, a podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch, and this is the only podcast dedicated to telling the stories of every Medal of Honor recipient twice a week, every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is episode 165, going back once again to the Spanish-American War. And now, a tale of honor. Leonard was born on the 24th of November, 1878, in Middleton, Delaware, and at the age of 16, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy in Philadelphia as an apprentice first class. Prior to the Spanish-American War, Leonard was on board the USS Richmond, Vermont, Constellation, Alliance, Puritan, Brooklyn, and Texas, but it was his actions on board the USS Marblehead that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "On board the USS Marblehead during the operation of cutting the cable leading from Cienfuegos, Cuba, 11 May, 1898. Facing the heavy fire of the enemy, Chadwick set an example of extraordinary bravery and coolness throughout this period." After the war, Leonard took part in the Second Boer War, which was a war between the British Empire and the South African Republic with the Orange Free State. It was here that he helped save wounded men and weaponry while under fire, for which he received the Queen's Scarf. This was a personally crocheted scarf from Queen Victoria, and was only awarded to 8 people. Leonard moved to Boston after the wars and sold insurance. He later worked in the leather industry, but in 1923, an accident would leave him totally disabled. Leonard B. Chadwick died on the 18th of May, 1940, at the age of 61, and is buried in the Mount Hope Cemetery in Mattapan, Massachusetts. And that was a tale of honor. Thank you so much for listening to Tales of Honor Podcast. Please head on over to talesofhonorpodcast.com for sponsor information, other ways to listen and support the podcast, and please be sure to leave a good rating and a nice review. It does help others, believe it or not. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them on over to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, I'm Christoph Ambrosch. Thanks for listening.